put it in each other. The love.
It's a great way to start.
So we have just to ID for the voice. We have David.
David Eigenberg play Hermann on Chicago. Whatever, I got nothing to say.
You got it almost. You almost
Miranda Mayo. I play Stella Kid on Chicago Fire.
I'm Yuri Sardarov. I play Otis on Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, soon Chicago Justice.
All right.
What's it like being part of this the Chicago universe? Is that the best way to describe it?
The Chicago verse.
It's a universe. It's a uterus that we've been stuck inside universe.
See, this is what it's like being paired up with that.
I'm so excited.
I mean, it's great. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we never ever knew it. We never knew it would happen, and then it happened. And then it all started with John Seda. John Seda popped in and was like, "Yeah, Dick asked me to come down and do this," and he said, "You know, just hang on. No one, you never know what's going to happen." And then Begay came in, and he was evil and mean.
And that was nice and cool.
Yeah.
No, I always had a feeling, knowing that it was a Dick Wolf show, that things were going to work out. I felt very confident about this from the beginning, but to see where this has grown from our humble beginnings it's insane. It's crazy.
But everybody goes Dick Wolf. Everything he does is just explode. And it's true. And not everything he touches turned to gold. He had a couple of like clangers.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a couple of really clangers.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what you want to say.
But it's been. He's a really nice man to work for. He's not a hype guy. He just goes, do your best and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And don't screw it up. He uses a different word every time, but he goes, don't screw it up.
Don't mess it up. Yep, that's the
Yuri,
word.
you said your character is now moving to the new show as well.
No. We all cross
Yeah,
over.
we
all cross over.
What's that crossover like for you? That's very unique, I think, about the series as a whole.
Oh, it's always highly exciting. You know, padding my bank account's always a great thing. But no, it's always fun because you get a whole new set of writers that write for you. So it's like you get a new scenario, or you get some words or lines that you wouldn't necessarily get on your show. It's always fun. It's always exciting.
Yeah.
It's always they're different shows. We have completely different sets of background actors for every kind of shoot. Like our show is kind of like beat up and working class. Then you have
PD and they're all gorgeous and wearing leather all the time.
Right.
Then you have all the lawyers who are just like sophisticated, and are dirty. They change the lighting schematics every time.
Right.
It's really high tech. They change the lights.
They do.
Have you already done stuff with Justice?
I did a couple of our scenes with them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's been cool. They're very, very nice. We are a little bit more out of control than the rest. We're a little bit more delirious.
Yeah.
Well, it's been 5 seasons in the cold.
Yeah. Do the other shows look to you for advice? Or
We really
you're the
like-
veterans, right?
we really like to think it. I mean,
I sit Oliver Platt down all the time and have
But
in-depth
listen,
conversations about how this whole
Ollie,
TV thing works.
This is where it's at here in Chicago. You've been a dominant, kind of iconic figure in entertainment for 30 years.
Yeah.
But this is how
This
we
is
do
different.
It in Chicago.
This isn't Hollywood.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago.
universe. What's it like for you coming in?
That was going to be my question. What
There
is
you
it
go.
like?
See, I'm reading
he's
minds.
doing his work. Right?
You know, obviously, we are not close at all.
No.
We are very uncomfortable with close contact encounters.
Especially,
Don't tighten your legs up.
Yeah.
Let Daddy in there.
I know,
That
it's
was
just
really
it's
awful.
really rough time. Stop it. Now he's twerking. Now David's twerking. It's been great. Like I really look forward to coming to work every day. I mean, everybody's crazy, but so am I, so it works.
What do you like most about your character in this one? You have such a great part. You got a really meaty role in this one.
Thank you. I mean, just the fact that I get to play a first responder is really cool, I think. And being able to portray such an honorable type character is cool.
Has playing these kind of like firemen on screen given you more of a respect for the guys who do the real job?
Oh my God.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're true heroes because they don't, like we were talking about it today. Firefighters don't go out in search of fire. Like cops go out in search of crime. They're just there. They're ready to go whenever tragedy strikes.
Right.
And I think that's why people respond to them and love them so much. Marilyn.
See?
We all love each other a
See?
little.
That's
a little too
Marlene
much.
responding
true.
to my firefighter pretend side.
You to talk about because you're in with the 100 Club really tight.
Yeah, well, I just always find that there's something different because there's an innocence to firefighters because they're just there to help.
Right.
Yeah.
Cops are there to help too, but they have to deal with. There's always some shady MFer that they've got to, because there's usually a crime that's associated.
Exactly.
Everybody that the firefighters deal with their victims, and it affects their souls in a little bit different way, in that nobody should, because people don't really know what they see, and when you go with them and see what they see, no human being should ever have to see what they end up seeing, and yet somebody has to,
Right.
and they pay the price of it. So there's always a tragedy. There's nothing soul lifting about seeing a dead person in a car crash, or a burn victim, or somebody charred up into a mannequin in a fire, or seeing a child in a bad situation. They deal with a lot of heartbreak stuff that we don't really delve into it because it's really depressing.
Yeah, but it also humanizes them in a really special way. I think the firefighters are some of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. And
Yeah.
they're
They're
very
some
in
of the
touch with
funniest.
their own, and some of the funniest. And you got to be able to make light of some really dark situations.
Yeah.
And I think our show really hits on that. In a great way.
Your characters are dealing with the tragedy now with Borelli's
Right.
situation. Is there still more of that to come? More fallout from that?
I think for Chief specifically.
Yeah, for Chief carries it.
I think he's going to carry that for the rest of the season.
As a chief in real life would.
Yeah, definitely, because he has to make the calls. He has to say, he's the one that allowed Borelli's brother to stay in the fire, and that's what caused this entire fallout. So there's a lot of responsibility that falls on his shoulders, and I think he's gonna wear that for a little while.
And how about for Stella? Are you still going to have fallout with your husband and everything? Is there still from that whole situation?
I think it's a similar thing where it was a traumatic event. It was an emotionally traumatic event that she went through, and that is not something that's just going to go away overnight in her inner world. As far as Grant goes, we'll see. Nothing in the near future, but as far
But you're
as
thinking about stuff, right?
thinking about stuff.
What kind of stuff were you wrapped up in before that he got you through?
Now she's just thinking about Severide.
Now she's kind of focused
I think
on
about
that.
Severide all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't even imagine how much you
What
think
kind of
How
drug
can you
addict
not?
were you? Let's get down to brass tacks. What were you doing?
Yeah, that was kind of
Mushrooms?
a reveal, right?
Yeah,
What were you
absolutely.
doing? Were you like on the heroin?
I think she was on pills. I think she was on
Oh, what a cop-out,
She
pills.
was on pills.
We're all on pills.
She was on
I think you were
I
banging
think
dope.
it was no. I think
you
it
were
was.
banging dope,
I think it was like
doing stuff that was
Just
unsavory.
meth.
Just
Like
meth.
the
Meth head.
dirtiest.
she was a
No,
cook.
her teeth are too nice.
She was.
Are those real?
They are.
You got dentures? No, those are real. I wish we knew about it in the firehouse. Like we would all go.
We
in.
will. We'll eventually.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Cookie the cokehead.
I look forward to seeing if and when Severide and Stella, because they don't know about each other's past, and that's something that they share. So I am looking forward to seeing how they connect about that.
Who was Severide's past?
Severide's an addict, duh.
Yeah, he was doing drugs and painkillers and stuff. Season 1, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, my arm hurts. Ooh, where's your Quaaludes?
What show are you on?
Do you guys have trouble keeping track of all the storylines across all
Absolutely.
these
I
shows?
have
How do you?
no clue anymore.
Well,
Seriously?
there's
Yeah.
22 episodes of every. There's 100 hours of cumulative television. 100 hours of cumulative television across all the shows.
I don't remember
It's an
my kids'
insane amount
names
of TV.
anymore.
Yeah.
You don't remember your kids'
Name all
names?
your kids. I'm like
Lee
Lee Henry.
Henry,
And Luke.
Oswald, right?
Right. Right. There's
What's the shoot itself like? I mean, how physically
what?
demanding? What's it like shooting a show like this?
It's hard.
We're the hardest working show on all of television. I say that completely honestly. I mean, we work 22 to 24 episodes. We work in the dead of winter. We're up at 5 a.m. outside all the time. I mean, your body takes a beating.
yeah.
I remember how cold it was the day of the Andersonville shoot at that bank that you guys made.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that wasn't even top 10.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, no reporters come out on the really crappy days when it's like -5 and we're out there for 12 hours.
Because we don't get paid enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be our
Right.
personal
Oh,
guest. When
we-
we're shooting at
we
the
do get
lakefront in
compensated.
February,
Yeah.
Right.
you guys should come by and freeze your
That's
boots
it.
off.
How
Yeah.
about July?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are in hiatus.
When you do the Hawaii episode.
That's great. No, you just wear the bunker gear.
yeah,
You know, in
exactly.
the 90 plus humidity.
Exactly.
And,
if it's not winter, then it's
summer.
It's summer.
Yeah, yeah. But
Have
but
we said
have,
anything that's of any use or usable for anything?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Really?
you guys want to feed us some lines and I'll just say it right there on my own?